why do you think training in customer success is important? And the counterpoint to that is, what happens if you don't do it well?
Okay, so why do I think training is important? Well, if you don't train, then of course you have your starting point, whatever that might be, which actually in customer success management is often very low in terms of customer success management best practice, because a lot of people get pulled from other departments and other teams, and they do not have any idea what makes a good customer success manager specifically. So in terms of customer success best practice, if you don't train people, they probably won't know it. And the other thing about training, of course, is you do only have what you've already got unless you continue to learn. Now, you can learn on the job, and that's informal training, and it can just happen by accident, of course, anyway, as a happy circumstance of doing your work. And that's great. But I would suggest that as a good manager, we don't leave it to happenstance, and we make sure that people are training and learning the things we want them to learn.
In the right way, right? And consistently, I think, is another key word that we would probably be talking about today more.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you move now to if you asked, well, what's important about a customer success training strategy, you know, what should go into that, then absolutely all that you've just said is so very true, Minna. We don't want to just, you know, throw things at the team in a random order. We need to think about it, and that's what a strategy allows us to do. You know, the point of building a strategy, it's a plan, right? And as that old adage goes, which I hope I'll get right, is you either if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So have I got that right? I think I did.
I think that's the right way, yeah.
So same here, and same way any complex project, anything that's got bits to it, you know, write down a plan. It's why we say to our CSMs, go and deliver customer success plans to our customers. We want to get the most value out of our products and services. Well, similarly, we want a customer success plan where the customer is our CSM, and the plan is to get them knowledgeable and skilled and efficient and productive. And that, again, how are we going to do that if we don't actually sit down and do it properly? So you're right. We want a consistent approach across the board. So all our CSMs are delivering the same thing in the same style and the same way to all our clients. We want to, you know, align the team in terms of what our company goals are, so they're doing the things that actually we want them to do, rather than the things that might be good, but they're not actually leading to the outcomes that we are specifically looking for as a company. That we understand what our clients really need, where the gaps are currently, and that we're plugging those gaps with the training, so that we're actually then delivering the most rounded and best possible service. We want to think about how we hire new hires. So we want in our strategy to be able to have something that makes that ramp up from a new hire as speedy as possible, and as efficient and as effective as possible, accelerates their time to value. We want to think about the CSM themselves. We want to think about how we want to help them to be not just competent, but also confident about what they do, and feel like they're in charge and in control, and actually be in charge and be in control, to be able to, you know, do the best they can, build those strong relationships with clients, and do their work very well. And also, of course, we can audit our team. We can see what the gaps are, and we can put those into the strategy to plug them, so that we can customize our strategy to meet our current what we've got, and, as I said, the goals of the company where we're headed.